Well, good morning, guys, and welcome to the show, Fernando.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Today we're starting a multi-part series where we are going to look at problems with the audio stream, what's happening here, and how the kicker Keyloc is going to deal with them. Stay tuned. Today's problem that we're going to use the Keyloc to fix is a factory EQ curve. Now we are looking at the signal using our IRTA2, which is our 2-channel electrical RTA. This allows us to look at the output of the speaker wires and put it onto our iPad so that we can see what is happening. This is not necessarily great if you're planning on amplifying and or re-DSPing your signal. For example, let's say that you are adding in a set of tweeters where a set of tweeters didn't exist. So possibly like a GM dash where it has a middler, or a Chrysler dash where it also has a middler. There's no tweeters in those cars. And you look at this here because this is them trying to compensate for the fact that there is no tweeter. And now you're gonna throw a tweeter on this? This could be bad news for your tweeters. We want to level this back out as much as we can so we can then re-amplify it and possibly re-EQ it to our new speakers. We have a dip here at 1000 Hertz. We got another one somewhere in this bass range here. And then we have this terrible boost in these other areas. We want this to be as flat as possible. Let's program in our Keyloc. Make sure to head over to keyloc.com and download the tracks you need to program the Keyloc. The first step is to press and hold the button on the side. So you get a sweep one way, and now we need it back. Once done, play the gain match track. This is going to give us a sweep from left to right. And we want to make sure that these lights, both 3 and 4, are not turning on. Adjust the gain until there is no longer lights there. Let it go back and forth a couple times just to make sure. When you no longer see light, change to the noise floor test. Press the button on the side. 1 will start to blink. We're waiting for 2. When 2 starts to blink, we're gonna stop this and we're gonna go to full test. That's gonna run its course. That could take anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. Now start the full test. Sit back and relax, and we'll speed through all of this. When we see the lights ping pong ball back and forth, we know that this is done. Press the button on the side, your lights will light up. If you have any questions as far as what these do, make sure to refer to the owner's manual. You can download the full version of it on their website. Time for the reveal. This is what we have coming out of our radio as of right now. When we flick the switches, this is what we have coming out of the Keyloc into our IRTA2. I mean, this looks fantastic. This almost looks like a normal signal. Let's go back. Poo-poo. All those, yeah. This, cleaned up, looking all sexy and ready to go. And just in case you're curious, yes, so we can see the signal coming right out and boom, right into there. This sets you up for success. You can now go into your amplifiers and, well, have a nice flat signal that you can then adjust how you see fit without having to worry about all of this playing with your new set of speakers. If you're adding a DSP, some DSPs do not have de-equalization built into them. If you'd like a chance at making your sound the best possible, put the Keyloc in front of your DSP, let it do its magic. Now you have this that you can re-EQ to match the new speakers that you've just put in. What do you think, Fernando?
This is fantastic.
Simple enough. All right, guys, another problem solved by the Keyloc. Fernando?
On to the next one, guys.
Stay tuned for the next one. Have a great night as always. We'll see you.
Bye.
And if you're interested in picking yourself up an IRTA2 so that you too can see what your signal looks like coming from your stereo, head over to DNF Tool Drawer and click the link and pick one of these up. Thank you so much.